everybody, to the
I'm Fat podcast.
Snacks are best saved for later.
With Jay Zawoski.
That man ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters.
And Rick Camp.
Out the mist came a beast more stomach than man.
Welcome into another edition of the I'm Fat podcast, brought to you by our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, Jay, and Frato's Culinary Kitchen. I'm Rick Camp alongside fellow fat Jay Zawoski. Busy week on the podcast for on podcast type things for the two of us, so we've got a whole lot to get to today.
Yes, we do. Make sure you're following us on all of our social media channels at I'm Fat Pod. That includes Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We've got our Facebook page run by our producer, Russ Schneider, which we appreciate. We've also got the I'm Fat Podcast fans page, which is always a great amount of fun. About as much fun as you can have on Facebook these days. Yes, so jump onto that if you want to smile every now and again. What else? We've got our TeePublic shop, so make sure you check that out. A couple of people have bought some Fat Guy summer shirts this week. Which the timing is right.
I love those, man. Like I might have to, because I wore mine enough and kind of beat the crap out of it, I might have to order another one.
Get yourself another one. Yeah. Another Fat Guy summer shirt. Yeah, there's a lot of options on our TeePublic shop, so go check it out. And any shopping you have to do at TeePublic, feel free to use our link because that helps us out whether you buy I'm Fat Pod merch or not. We encourage you to do that. But if you've got some other stuff to grab and you say, hey, I need like a White Sox shirt or a Bull shirt or whatever, jump on to TeePublic through our link and you can get the same deals, and it helps us out as well. So we greatly
Jay, why are you only
that.
mentioning the two teams that you love the most?
The Bulls and Sox?
Yes.
Yeah, my encyclopedic knowledge of both of them. I think we've talked about this. I am so tuned out on sports.
Dude, I know this is like really lame to say as the person still working in it. I am so jealous that it's like you get to focus on like what you care about. Like you can put the blinders on and it's like, oh, team I don't care about, whatever.
Yeah, we were watching the Cubs for probably like the first time all year, and Hope's like, who is that? I go, I don't know.
Nice.
I don't know who. Is it PJ Higgins?
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
No. I don't think you need to.
Yeah.
Like you should get to know what a Chris Morel is.
I know Chris Morel. I know kind of that vibe, and he's got it. I don't know if he still has it, but like an on-base streak to start his career or something crazy. And
I don't know.
Hit a homer in his first at bat. I know all that. Yeah.
They're playing right now, so I don't know what you know.
I should turn it on.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't care about the Cubs anymore. I just know they suck. So why am I going to invest my time into it?
Exactly. If you don't have to, then whatever. Like for me, the Cubs are on right now. We're going to talk about the Cubs tomorrow. You know what's on my TV?
The Cubs.
The NBA Finals.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. Duh. That whole thing is going on, huh?
Yeah, it is. There's two teams. Okay, do you know the teams that are in the NBA Finals?
Celtics and Warriors.
Look at you, Captain Basketball.
Hey, if I can learn it on Twitter, that's
true.
Kind of how like if it's something that has crossed my feed, that's basically that's how I know Chris Morel. Right? It's like all these great moments keep coming up, and I'm like, oh, okay, I should probably Google this guy and see what this is all about.
Sports feed bag.
Does Dan Bernstein believe that Chris Morel is good, or is he just a guy, or what's the take?
He's just having fun with him. Like having fun, just being like, oh, he you know, the season doesn't mean anything. Might as well have a fun story like him.
The old Dan doesn't have an established thought on someone yet, so just have fun with it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, boy. I have to say, it is very fun to focus on one team, even though the one team I get to focus on is going to suck ass for about the next 6 years. But hey, you know what? Rebuilds can be fun when they pay off at the end. So
yes,
we'll see.
Yes.
We'll see.
Boy, man. Someday to get to focus on one team or just one aspect of things. That's one of the goals.
Well, getting back to the fatness part of the show.
Yes.
Over the last few weeks, we've been focused on one very big news story.
We have.
That the Culver's cheese curd has apparently changed. We had, I did a taste test. We had a couple others do taste tests. We had our Culver's insider flat out deny the accusations.
Right.
Then last week, on the old Facebooks, Samantha Bergstrom, whoever that is, says these cheese curds are terrible. It was the only reason I would go there. I went there a couple weeks ago and they were just awful. Crying
Which, by
face
the way,
emoji.
that being the only reason you go there is also wrong.
That's wrong. But also, chill out.
Right.
It's just a cheese curd. You don't have to be mad at everybody online all the time. Samantha Bergstrom, if that is your real name.
Well, hold on. Let's not besmirch the cheese curd in general.
Oh, no, I know. But, like, it's not something to get mad about and go ranting on social media about. Like, really, that cheese curd was terrible. It was terrible. That piece of fried breaded cheese you ate was terrible. Like, you really had to spit it out, Samantha, like it was dipped in a dog turd. It was a terrible cheese curd. Really, really bullshit. Okay? There is no such thing as a bad cheese curd or a terrible cheese curd. There's really good and pretty good. Or, like, not as good as this place's cheese curd.
Yeah.
But there's no such thing as a terrible cheese curd. Get out of here with that. This is terrible. I'll never eat this again. You're so full of it. You're full of crap. It is fried cheese. It's not bad in any way, shape, or form. No matter how they might adapt the batter, like a little bit, like a little tiny bit. It was not a terrible cheese curd. Stop lying and being angry online. Jackass.
I think Jay just did a Richard Irvin political ad.
I believe everything that white people believe. I'm Richard Irwin.
You know what they don't want? Someone that looks like me and believing what we think.
I'm so conflicted.
Dude,
he said all lives matter, but he's black. What do I do?
I am so ready for all these. And I'm sorry that this is going to need to be beeped.
Uh-oh.
I am so tired of all these political ads flooding my timeline, like and my commercials and the whatever. Just stop.
Stop it. You're all jackasses, top to bottom.
Exactly. There's no winners.
Right.
It's giant douche versus turd sandwich every time. Like, I've just had my fill.
Yeah, I'm good. All right, well, that's all right. So,
Anywho.
All right, Rick had the cheese curds this week, but
Yes,
Culver's
I did.
more politely than I would have responded to Samantha Bergstrom. Culver says, thanks so much for the feedback. In an effort to maintain supply and avoid service gaps with our legacy breading supplier. Oh, my God. Calm down.
Supplier.
Your legacy breading supplier. We vetted and onboarded a new breading supplier. We continue to fine-tune the product from the current breading supplier. We're working to get it corrected as swiftly as possible. Now, Rick, I had them, and I said I might prefer the new ones to the old ones. What's your take on these new curds that are apparently so terrible that Samantha can't stomach them? She'll never eat them again.
Now they are very different. Like that, I do think they're different.
Oh, they're different. Yeah.
Yeah. I prefer the original. Like, I feel like there's less seasoning. Nice. There's less seasoning and flavor in the batter or the crumb of this version, the newer version, and I preferred it the other way. But they're not bad. But am I ever choosing this version of the cheese curds over the pretzel bites? No.
Okay. But the old ones you might have, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's fair.
Absolutely. It was like 50-50 with the old ones. Now I'm always going to choose pretzel bites.
I prefer a softer, less crispy curd. I like the squeak. I like the light batter that you get at a more traditional Wisconsin spot, like in the indoor county or whatever. So I don't have any problem with these. But they are definitely different. And I'm glad Culver's acknowledged it and said, like, look, we don't want to just run out of curds and not have curds. So we, went and solved the problem otherwise. And
Yeah.
some people just can't possibly stomach such a terrible curd. Get bent. I'm sorry. I don't know why this got me so mad. It's like, you're mad about a cheese curd? It's really good.
Oh, God.
Like, Rick, if that was your first cheese curd, would you be like, no, thanks. I don't need that anymore?
No.
Of course not.
No. Like,
Ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. Is it as good as sitting down in a restaurant in Wisconsin? No, of course not. It's fast food.
Yeah.
As far as fast food goes, still good.
This
Just
in.
to me, not as good as the older version.
Perfectly
But
fair.
yes, like it doesn't have to be extremes all the time.
Thank you. Hey, I'm Samantha. I preferred the old cheese curds to the new ones. Has something changed?
Yeah. You know what I'm
You
going to
just
do?
don't have to be angry and aggressive all the freaking time.
Yeah, you know how I view when people go from one extreme to the other? Like they're full of shit.
Yeah, right. You can't possibly be this upset about this.
Boy, we are really on the soapbox early this
That's
week.
it. All right, I'm getting
Yeah.
off the soapbox and I'm getting in my new car because I want to talk about it.
Look at you.
My CX-30 came in. I picked it up on Tuesday. And, Rick, you just bought a car too. And like going through the process of like filling out the paperwork, signing things, initialing things, you're like, just let me leave and just let me drive. All I want to do right now is get in a freaking car. That's it.
Yep.
But I went to Mazda of Orland Park, our longtime sponsors, and sat down with Adam and Eric, and they got me in and out of there quick because they knew I wanted to drive my damn car. And I pulled up to get it, and I saw it sitting there. I'm like, and there were people looking at it. I'm like,
Nice.
get away from my car.
Oh.
And they had the door open so long that it was filled. When I got in the car, it was filled with aphids. Those little green tree bugs.
Yes.
So I spent the first day of my car ownership getting aphids out of the car. But hey,
okay.
Since then it's been smooth sailing. And man, cars have come a long freaking way since I bought a car. And it hasn't been that
dude.
long. The backup camera, and like there's a lane departure, like it auto corrects.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like that kind of, and then it's, so when you have to merge or something, or you have to change lanes, it actually kind of forces you to be better about using the turn signal so that when you're using the turn signal, the auto adjust doesn't like push as much.
Exactly. But the computer on that thing is awesome. The Apple CarPlay is unreal. The Bluetooth connects right away. Like
Yep.
as soon as I start the car.
I love
It's like all these little things that are just so amazing about the car. Oh, and by the way, it drives awesome. And this is probably the CX-30 is a little bit smaller than the CX-5. And this is the funnest car I've had to drive ever. It's got some zip on it. It gets around. It can hit those curves. Like it handles real well. It handles like a car.
I feel like that class, like whatever that class of car is considered at this
Yeah, like
point.
a compact SUV or whatever, I guess you call
Yeah,
it.
I feel like that's the sweet spot right now because like that's the same class that my car is in, and I love it, man.
Yeah.
like the agility along with space because
Right.
like I know the CX-30s have a good amount of space in them.
I
as
was shocked
well.
by how much space was in there, actually.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, it's good. It's like a good sweet spot of car for like us, where for me it's just me. For you, like it's you, Hope, and Addie. So
Right.
like the 5 is good, but it's not like 100% necessary, is it? Unless you have like another kid or something.
Well, now it's become the softball car. The CX-5 is a softball car, so it's
Yeah.
full of softballs and equipment bags and all that sort of stuff.
Smells.
So, yeah. And I turned straight into Ford, and Eric was like, "You drove that thing?" I'm like, yeah. He's like, "That's a death trap." I'm like, "Great. I'm glad I'm not having to see it anymore."
Yes.
So anyway, go to Mazda of Orland Park yourself, 8910 West 159th Street. Give a car a test drive. That CX-50, they've got a few on the lot. That is a beautiful looking car. Little out of my price range, quite frankly, but it's beautiful. It's a little more of a, what do you call it, like a premium than the 30. I got the base level CX-30. And
Gotcha.
it's all I'll ever need. But, you know, those 50s on the lot are beautiful. And, of course, the CX-5, which I would imagine is their best-selling car. If you're looking for a solid
I
SUV,
think so.
I've driven a CX-5 since 2015, and it's got 150,000 miles on it, and it runs like the day I bought it. And that's why I will be a Mazda customer for life. They're just great cars. So go get yourself one. Mazda of Orland Park, 708-444-3200, or visit mazdaoforlandpark.com. Yeah, it's been a fun week, and I have not eaten in my car yet.
I'm trying to think, I'm trying to remember with mine how long I lasted.
Well, so the first ride Addie took, we had friends that had COVID, so we brought them bone of beef, like just to bring them dinner, and we got ourselves some too. And the second Addie gets in the car, she eats a fry, and I was like, "Put the fry down." She's like, "What?" I go, "Do not eat in this car. Like, let me last a week without you tearing this car apart."
I think that's about as far as I lasted. It was about a week.
Like today, I looked in the back. I'm like, what is that in the back seat? Hope's like,
Yeah.
that's my makeup bag. I'm like,
Nope.
okay, fine. But just don't put anything else in there. It's like, I'm so paranoid about getting it all corded up now.
Yep.
But
Oh yeah, you're
will.
gonna be like at the place, the car wash places that have the vacuum. Like go to the vacuum
yeah.
for a little bit. Yeah, buddy, I've done that a few
We
times.
went to one in, well, we were up by my sister-in-law in Bolingbrook, and I think it was called Just Bright or something like that. And they've got a machine where you take your floor mats out, and then you insert them into this machine, and it like very quickly vacuums them.
Oh,
And it's free. So you just like,
That's cool.
and it just shoots it out like a,
does it look like just like the pizza maker conveyor,
yeah,
pizza oven conveyor belt?
kind of, but it's super fast. Like it vacuums the whole thing in the course of like 3 seconds.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. So I got to find like what's the car wash around me. I'm going to get a membership and just go a bunch and try to keep the car as clean as I can because it's just beautiful. Like the navy blue with like a little bit of the like shiny like sparkliness to it. It's a really nice car. So I'm very excited. But I've been driving all over God's creation. My first day owning it was Wednesday, where I had to go like Chicago to Countryside to Homewood. We had softball. It was just a crazy, crazy day.
Yeah.
But on that day, I went to Q-BBQ in Grange, where I haven't been in quite a while.
Yeah.
And there was one by us in Indiana. And then, like, as soon as we moved to Homewood, of course, it closed. Like, maybe a month or two later. It got hit by COVID, I think, pretty hard.
Okay.
And so it hasn't been open as long as I can remember. But, man, that place, if you've never been, it's right in downtown LaGrange, just north of that LaGrange Theater. It's just an awesome place. I got a pulled pork sandwich, and I got an order of the Q-Pups,
Dude.
which are their hush puppies. Oh,
So
damn.
I also went to Q-BBQ, and for the sake of consistency, at your behest, I went to the LaGrange location.
Oh, nice.
Because I didn't even realize it's almost like
That's close for you.
It's like same time wise to go to downtown Naperville, because there's one in downtown Naperville, like by the big parking garage. By downtown Naperville, it's like right there.
Yeah.
So I usually would go to that one, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to the LaGrange one because I've never been to downtown LaGrange or whatever.
Lots of good
Just,
stuff there.
Yeah, just like see something different. So I did that. Now I got the brisket. I got the brisket sandwich. I will say the brisket was a little dry.
Oh, no.
The bark, great. The bark on it, awesome. But even like, I'm not saying it needs to be like, how there's wet brisket and dry brisket. It doesn't need to be wet brisket, but like I need it to not be like, I need to douse it in sauce for it to be. So like that's the only criticism. Those hush puppies though.
They're killer.
They incredible. I would go back just for those, just to get like get a Dunkin' Donuts box full of just the hush puppies.
Oh, yes.
So good.
So when you order, you get two. And then I ordered a small side of them, and it was like 6 or 7. So this side order.
I wish I would have done that.
Yeah, it's a significant portion. So for me, the pulled pork was perfect. I told you within like the last year, I've really gravitated towards more vinegary barbecue sauces. So that's what I use there for my sandwich, and I just buried the sandwich in it because I just love that taste.
Yeah, I tried it. Like I tried all 3 sauces because like I've been there before, but it's been a while. So I was like, I kind of want to reacclimate myself.
Yeah,
and yeah, I really like that vinegar sauce.
And I use the spicy for my fries.
Yep, which the fries
really good,
like well seasoned fries.
Yes.
That's all I need in life. I don't need a whole lot. I like to think that I'm pretty low key.
I don't ask for much. Just season your fries.
Yes.
These fries were terrible. I will never eat another fry as long as I live. Rick Camp on Facebook.
Ooh. Sorry. Jordan Poole just hit like basically a half court 3 to end the third quarter, and Golden State is routing Boston.
I know who that is.
Yes. Jordan Poole kind of wasn't very good in the first game. He's like a younger dude, essentially.
Fascinating.
Yes, I know you care.
Absolutely fascinating.
Oh, so I have a story of after the Q-BBQ trip.
So do I. I had to go to Trader Joe's to poop.
See, mine was about consuming more food. So I The one thing that I was like, man, I'm kind of giving this up by going to the Grange, not knowing what all was in that downtown area, is when I would either go to like Mongolian barbecue in downtown Naperville or really like any sort of actual dinner, or lunch or whatever, I would be like, then I can stop at Cold Stone. And then, so I'm heading down the Grange, and then I get to park right on the street right there. And then, was it 2 businesses down? I'm like, holy crap, that's a Cold Stone.
Oh, yeah, that is right there.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. So I went outside afterwards because it was nice out, and I kind of sat on one of the benches right there and kind of let everything settle a little bit, gave myself a few minutes, and then went right into Cold Stone. And the best part is, as I walk in, the people that are in line look, and the 2 people in line were 2 people that came into Q-BBQ after me. So there was that moment of acknowledgement of, yep, we got that same plan.
Re-2-pecked to you and yours.
Yes.
That's awesome.
What do you have a default Cold Stone order?
No, I would say there's almost always a brownie in there though.
Okay.
Because they have those fresh cooked brownies and just mash them in there.
Yeah.
So I'll almost always do something with a brownie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get the cookie don't you want some, which is like cookie dough, chocolate, caramel, French vanilla ice cream.
Nothing bad there.
Oh yeah, it is wonderful.
Yeah,
and I got it for the first time. I got it in the waffle, but you had the waffle bowl.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, when you're breaking off the pieces and then you just have like that little basin of just that you can just eat up, that as long as you get it like dry enough so that you don't risk spilling anything on you, that's living right there.
Yeah.
Because like the waffle cone can be so hard to have that little bit of ice cream at the bottom to soften it up a little. That's living.
Yeah, we have a Cold Stone like 2 blocks from us, but it's like the way we never go. I don't know if you have that like by you too. Like,
yeah,
we almost always go from our house. We almost always go north.
Yes.
Because everything we need to go is north of our house. And Cold Stone is like 2 blocks south of our house. And I could walk there in 10 minutes. But we never go. It's weird. But, we've got our DQ, which we love. And
yeah, I was going to say, you probably would feel like you're cheating on your DQ.
Yeah, a little bit. But there's always people in that Cold Stone. They're not hurting at all. They're doing pretty well. But, yeah, I got to head out there pretty soon and get some because it sounds good. And, I would tonight, but I'm so freaking full. Today we had my niece Ruth's christening. I'm the godfather, so that was really cool and big honor.
Shout out to Ruth's Chris.
That's what Hope's like. How do we not have Ruth's christening at Ruth's Chris? But we had it at Giordano's on Superior and Rush there because we were at Holy Name Cathedral, so just went right around the corner.
Okay. Yeah.
Man, so we walked in there, like, they just made a reservation for the group, which I think was like 15 people. And then sat us down. And then my brother-in-law, Brad, he just placed the order for the table. Nice. The service from those people at Giordano's was outstanding. Like, for such a big group with a bunch of kids and people who had, like, my 100-year-old grandmother-in-law was there. And the other great-grandma, 2 of the great-grandmas were at the christening, which is amazing. So, some hearing things and difficulty ordering, and
sure,
they just knocked out of the park. We got 2 deep dish and then 2 thin crust for the table, plenty left over. And then after that, they got ordered like 4 of those what do you call it, like cast iron pan chocolate chip cookies.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god,
those are, you can never go wrong with those.
And it came out and Eddie was like, what? And the guy like put it right in front of her. I go, hold on. Everyone at the table needs some. She's like, I know. And she then took half the cookie from the pan. I'm like, whatever. I can't even argue with her. But we had the deep dish, we got a spinach one. I didn't have that. There was the special, which I never had, but it was green pepper, onion, sausage, and mushroom. Yeah, I think that's everything. That was fantastic.
I could leave the mushroom out.
I agree with you, but like when you're eating a deep dish pizza,
yeah,
you don't even, like, I didn't even taste the mushroom like had zero impact on whether I liked it more or less. It was just there. It was something with sauce on it. It added some texture. Like I don't know. I would not order it that way myself, but I'm like, all right, well, let me try this. You would never know there's mushroom in there if no one told you.
Okay.
So it was very, very subtle. But I was just really impressed by how well they handle it. And maybe it's because it's like the one like in the heart of downtown, or one of the ones in the heart of downtown, where they're used to getting big groups, used to people from out of town. So they just kind of know exactly how to approach it. But I could not have been. The food was great. Like Giordano's is not my favorite deep dish in Chicago, but it's fine. Yeah. It's really, really good. But I was just really blown away by the service. And then, to start, we did like a plate of calamari and then like the appetizer sampler. Okay. So it was like garlic bread with cheese. And then it was like fried cheese
squares.
They were triangles.
Or triangles, yeah.
Yes, we had those. And then they were like boneless wings, but they didn't have any sauce on them. They just gave you sauce on the side. All of it was great. Yeah. All of it was really, really good. And I had, for the first time in forever, I don't know what came over me and what struck me. I had a blue moon.
Really?
It has been a long time since I had a blue moon. And I was at Lassen's in Homewood like a week ago. And the guy next to me ordered it. I know. Yeah. The guy next to me ordered it. I'm like, oh, that looks so good. Mm-hmm. But I couldn't. I was going to coach softball, so I couldn't drink. So I was just looking at it like, next time I get a beer.
Is a manager, so.
Managing adults, not 12-year-old girls. But
you think that would change anything for him?
No, I don't. He's a Hall of Famer baseball person. Don't forget. How's that whole thing going, by the way? Everybody happy with Tony? All right, good answer.
They let's put it this way. When I texted Josh Nelson about coming on with Dan tomorrow, I was like, "You want to come on at 10:25 to talk about the concept of winning a series?"
Oh God.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It really is. I mean, they hit the crap out of the ball at least the last couple games, so that's good.
They'll be fine, I think. I don't know. What do I know? I'm not watching.
Yeah.
I just see Sox Twitter meltdown like on a nightly basis.
It's a tradition unlike any other.
Yeah, and my cousin Matt is like right in the heart of it.
Oh yeah.
So for those that don't know, Southside Zoe on Twitter is my cousin Matt, and he's like, he's pretty respected in the Sox community, but he's always reacting, and people are reacting with him, and it's like, man,
facts.
This team should be better than they are. I think that's my analysis.
Oh, that's a fact.
Yeah, that's my analysis.
Yeah, pretty much. So are we saving this for the last thing, or are we gonna, or are we gonna do this now?
Let's do it now because it's still semi-cold.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're giving Mountain Dew this much business.
Dude, seriously.
But I saw
Flamin' Hot.
Why is yours a different color than mine? Maybe it's just the camera.
Yeah, well, no. Like there was like 2 columns of it at 7-Eleven, and it looked like this column was a little more red than the other one.
Does yours have a lime on it? Yeah, it's the same,
it does.
Right?
Well, it's a little bit darker in this room because I've still gotta figure out the lighting situation a little bit because like over here I have like the light that's over the dining room table, but right in front of me I have a desk that should be right on here, right on the desk, but it's on like an end table.
It doesn't smell flaming hot.
No,
it doesn't smell bad.
Yeah, like show how dark it is. This
it smells like red pop.
At least in the Zoom. This shirt looks more like red. Yeah. It's actually like burnt orange.
Okay-ish. All right, here we go. Ready?
All right.
Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew down the hatch.
What could go wrong?
I mean, there it is a little bit.
Yeah, like on the back end.
I'm not getting a crazy amount of heat by any means.
No, which I'm fine with for a drink.
And it's not bad.
No.
But okay, this falls into the category, the same thing as the hard Mountain Dew. When am I going to drink this?
Yeah, never.
Like, this is a novelty item.
Yeah.
Right? Like, try it once. Like, oh, I tried it. Yeah, it was weird. And like, okay.
I actually don't. I actually think considering it's a drink, I think it hits like just enough of the heat to be able to make it passable to say Flamin' Hot or at least like Flamin' Hot-ish flavored.
Yeah. Again, it's not bad.
No.
There is a little bit of a spice on the end of it,
Yeah.
but
It's definitely not on the front of your tongue.
yeah, it's
it'll
in
be
the
the
back
back.
of my throat. Mm-hmm. Right. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
I tried it. I'll give it out of 10 a 5.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay. I just wonder if you were to like chug one of these, if then your throat would be on fire. You'd just like be coughing like crazy. I just don't see it ever getting that hot.
Right. I don't either, and I'm fine with that.
All right. Good. Well, we tried it. We did our thing.
Yep.
And if you see one, I think the only way they sell these are in single bottles.
Yeah, and at like gas stations or 7-Elevens or something like that. Because I was thinking about, I was at Walgreens yesterday, and I don't think I saw it.
Okay. I got mine at Waltz.
Okay.
I set my watch back 25 years and walked into Waltz. And they had it. So there you go. But I would say like, it's not bad. It's not terrible. If you've been curious, try it. You won't hate it. It's fine. It's just not
Try it. You won't hate it.
It's just something I can't see drinking. Oh, I got to get a 6-pack of these. Like, no.
Yeah, no. Not particularly. Yeah, I'm kind of that same way too, but I don't know. I feel like more and more I'm getting, just shockingly enough, as I'm getting to, into my old age, in my drink tendencies along with many other things, I'm just starting to feel like, you know what? I'm me. That's kind of all there is.
I mean, that honestly, that's how it should be, because you just like what you like and not care what anybody says. And
just like not even keeping up on stuff. Like I saw a commercial for like, what was it? The MTV like TV and Music Awards or TV and Movie Awards or whatever. And I was like, and they're like featuring blah, 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 and like listing off people. And like, I maybe went 50% on knowing who these people are.
Was it the
It's like,
VMAs?
okay, No. It was like it was one I hadn't heard of before. It was like MTV, like movie and TV
Awards. All right, let's see. I'm gonna look.
It was like, okay, I've heard of Aquafina.
Yeah,
Like,
great water.
Fair enough.
No, she was in.
who were some of the other ones. Yeah, there were some of the other ones that I'm like, no clue. Or I've heard the name but have no context of who it is.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at so here's the red carpet photos. Mm-hmm. Chris Evans, I know.
Okay.
Jay Ellis. No, I don't know that. Lana Condor.
No clue.
Rebel Wilson, I know. She's a trader.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney, no.
No.
Billy Eichner, I know.
I've heard the
He's
name.
Billy on the Street.
Oh, okay, yeah.
For $1, name a woman. It's my favorite one, and the girl can't do it. He's like, name a woman. I don't know. Riley Keough and Jenna Ortega. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know any of them.
No.
I'm an old man.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you got more reason to be an old man than me. So,
That's true, because I'm older than you.
yes, you are.
Hey, you know what, though? You talk about being old and set in your ways.
Yeah.
I had a kind of breakthrough week.
Okay.
I was hungry. Mm-hmm. How about that? Believe it or not.
I'm shocked.
So I went to Chipotle. Also not a shock.
No.
But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do something different. My usual go-to order is a burrito with brown rice, black beans, half chicken, half steak, hot salsa, and cheese. That's my go-to Chipotle.
Yeah.
This week, I'm like, I'm going to try something different. I did barbacoa tacos.
Oh, okay.
The barbacoa is damn good. I don't know why I haven't given it more of a chance. I've had it before,
Yeah.
but I'm always like, I'm just going to go back to what I'm comfortable with. I think barbacoa is my new thing.
Really?
I went crunchy tacos, which a lot of people don't do at Chipotle, but it's
No.
excellent. White rice, pinto beans, barbacoa, hot salsa, and cheese.
Okay.
It's absolutely delicious. So I think this is becoming my new Chipotle order. Now barbacoa might not be as burrito friendly because it is a wetter meat.
Yeah.
But the carnitas work in a burrito. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be my next step, is trying it in a burrito. Oh,
Okay.
darn.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah.
However, will I do it?
I forget, did I mention on the podcast that now the people at my local Qdoba know me like when I walk in the door?
Yeah, because you're the customer.
There's always plenty of other people there, you
They're
bitch.
casted. They're like,
No,
they're made to fill.
No, this isn't the Truman Show. I swear to God, if my life is the Truman Show and it's turned out like this, like, can I get a redo?
Yeah, if my life was a Truman Show, people would have tuned out long ago.
Right. Exactly. It's like, what would they have shown for, like, you know how many times they would have had to cut to B-roll when I was in middle school because I was, never mind.
All right. I know where you were going.
And by middle school, I mean ever since middle school.
Right. Middle school on.
To this
Thank
day.
you. Yeah. Yeah. Too much spanky. Yes, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, that part didn't really come up in the Truman Show, did it?
No, really
Yeah.
didn't. Yeah, it's like, we want our first on-air conception. And it's like, okay, well, how about your first on-air waste of what could have been a conception?
Oh, Lordy, Lord.
Yeah, I mean, to be...
My socks could talk.
Oh, I was going to say, if nothing else, it's a really great way to like prove how good their sponsored toilet paper was.
Yeah, there you go. Oh,
We
Lord.
are so absorbent. Wait, what?
Oh, Lord. It took 36 minutes. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's
And
pretty
I
good
mean,
for us.
and especially when we record at night, you kind of like grade on a
you're
curve.
slappy. Yeah.
Oh,
we're
yeah.
definitely slappy at night.
Oh, yes. Especially after this weekend, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, well,
absolutely.
Two small things I want to mention.
Okay.
I no longer like barbecue chips. I don't know what happened.
But small thing? That is not a small thing.
I just don't understand what happened, but I just am like, ugh. I don't know. They're just not good to me anymore.
Now, are you going to, do you see yourself more going with just like a traditional potato chip?
I've moved more to sour cream and cheddar.
Okay.
That's been my jump. And especially those Flamin' Hot ones with LeBron on them. I still say the greatest achievement of LeBron's career is the Flamin' Hot cheddar and sour cream chip.
Yeah. You know, I mean, to
No,
be fair,
wrong.
if Jordan had made chips, I bet they would have been better.
Pizza flavored.
Oh, yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
there you go. But yeah, I don't know. I'm suddenly out on
Interesting.
barbecue chips, and I got some the other day with my lunch, and because when I go to Bo's Hot Dogs there, they don't have fries, they have chips, so I usually get the hot stuffs, the Jay's hot stuff.
Yeah.
And they were out. I'm like, all right, well, just give me barbecue, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't really, see now the Mountain Dew is hitting me again.
Okay.
Like
I've kind of moved away from like the flavored chips in general to where like if I want like outside of like salt and pepper. So like
Oh, that's my dad.
I've had like kettle chips that are like salt and pepper. Like,
Those are good.
Yes. Give me every bit of that. Give me just like I went couple weeks ago when I was pulling the doubles every day and I just like went down to the Pedway or whatever to get lunch. I got Subway, and usually I would go for the Sun Chips. Sun Chips are the one thing that it's like Harvest Cheddar Sun Chips, period.
Yeah, they're
like
healthy.
that is a Mount Rushmore chip.
I am a garden salsa sun chips guy, but yeah, you're right, and those are healthy because there's a sun on the bag.
Well, yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I think when they first came out, they were branded as like healthier.
Well, they use like sunflower seed oil instead of whatever it was supposed to be healthier.
Yeah,
But-
so people bought into that.
I still do.
and good for them.
I don't need to have a salad. I had sun chips.
Yes, exactly.
The same thing.
Right. There's got to be a speck of green somewhere on that bag.
There's a bug of that. There's a vegetable in a bag.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so no, I find myself going more towards just like a traditional like potato chip or kettle chip.
Okay, fair enough. The other thing I want to say, and this is very tough news for me this week. I think I've talked to you about my favorite edibles, the Midnights that help me sleep.
Oh yeah.
So I went to MedMen in Oak Park this week, and I went to get them, and they're like, yeah, they're not selling them anymore. They found they were causing liver damage. So if you have the 1906 Midnights, I think the other 1906 edibles are fine, but the Midnights have been discontinued And they're going to try to they know what is doing the damage. So now they have to kind of reformulate the thing.
Sure.
But I got a replacement something, and I don't like it as much as because they're like, well, you might want to half these because they're a little bit stronger. So I halved them. I'm like, okay, well, I'm still not sleeping great. Last night I took a full one and I slept from 11 to 9.
Nice.
And didn't wait. Yeah, but I woke up it's so groggy and I was sore and I had an Austin Powers pee. I was just that was too deep of a sleep. So I need to figure out the right way to divvy these up. I can't. I
still default to the ones that you got me that I tried first. The Mindy's.
Oh, Mindy's are great.
Yeah,
there's
you just need to see the packaging or whatever.
Yeah,
I got the Lush Black Cherry.
Those are fantastic. The Mindy's Lush Black Cherry is taking a warm bath.
Yes,
it is just
so good.
It just mellows you out. I have not used those for sleep. Maybe I should.
I haven't tried them for sleep either.
That's the only reason I take edibles anymore is for sleep.
Okay.
So I just because I do not
because
sleep
you're
well.
Such a chill dude overall that you don't even need them anymore.
I don't think I'm jerk chill, aren't I? I don't know. I
no,
don't
you
feel
are
as high strung as I used to be.
Oh no!
Why?
And I wonder why you're much less high strung and I'm even more high strung now. I was decently high strung before anyway, and then you add all this, and I'm a boatload of fun.
Well, you just got to remember to stop caring.
Yeah, right.
That's what I did.
Yeah, yeah. Should have done that today when I'm at my mom's and I'm trying to be there, be in the moment and all that stuff because we had to get a lot of planning done. So, which actually could lead to maybe some food adventures in the next couple weeks. I mean,
exciting.
I don't mind saying it because it's already set in stone that it's going to happen. A lot of people listening know my brother's been going through a lot of stuff health wise over the last few years. Been trying to get him up to the Mayo Clinic for a minute now. And by a minute, I mean 4 years.
Yeah,
he's finally going to get to go up there. So I'm going to be driving up there with my mom and my brother. And I'm like, Rochester, Minnesota. Let's see if we can find some food stuff.
Oh, I'm sure.
But also just the planning, the logistics of everything. I'm like,
yeah.
Just there's a lot that goes into that because it's you could be there 2 days, you could be there 2 weeks.
Right.
Mind you, I wouldn't be there for the 2 weeks, but get them up there, get them settled, all that jazz.
Do they have I wonder about this at a place like that? I know Ronald McDonald House takes care of the families. If you have family in a place like that, will he help you with a rental car or
There's some of the hotels around there have a discount if you're there for Mayo Clinic, in Cleveland. When years ago we'd gone to the Cleveland Clinic, and my brother was there for weeks. But I can't say enough good stuff about the Ronald McDonald House, especially the one in Cleveland. The way they treat everybody, just seeing it and being there for a few days, is honestly incredible. And for the selfish part of me, when I had to leave my mom and my brother up there, and they have each other, and at one point my aunt was there too, but to leave them there and actually feel okay was really cool. So if you ever for whatever reason have to go to the Cleveland Clinic, that Ronald McDonald House is wonderful. I know for a while Shane was working at the volunteering at the one by Central DuPage Hospital by CDH.
Oh yeah,
and that one's really nice too. So tip of the old cap to to Ronald McDonald Houses.
A very worthy cause, and it's very cool. Well, I'm glad. Hopefully, you get some clarity and some help for Shane because I know it's been a completely disastrous, sucky, horrible, and frustrating. I've seen from you the frustration of not being able to help.
Yeah,
and I'm truth be told, I'm going through that with my parents. They're just getting old, and there's nothing I can do to stop it.
Yeah,
right. I just kind of have to balance being there for them and also staying sane, and it's just it's a lot. So hopefully you guys get some answers because he deserves them. And
he does.
For someone who's been through as much as he has, to have the attitude he has and the positivity and all that,
it's insane. I would never be able to do that the way he does.
Yeah.
Like, not even close. So the fact that he's able to, keep up positivity, hope, and even like open-mindedness in terms of, if this is going to make things better long term, whatever. And like looking at the options of at least what's been brought up, none of them sound good. Like if you just brought up like the concept of, oh yeah, doing this, be like, oh God, no. But he's like, if it makes the pain less, if it, like all that type of thing, he's like, let's do it, whatever. And it's like, it's one of those things where I know he kind of takes pride in it too, of being like, not everybody can deal with this.
Yeah.
He can. And it's 100% true, because I'd be a damn mess.
Oh, good for him. Well, and part of the reason he's able to do it is because he's got your support. So don't forget that part of it either. All right. Let's get back to the dick and fart joke, shall we?
Yes.
Sounds
do
good.
it.
Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. It's been 1 week since my last confession.
Okay, my son. What is your confession?
I'm fat.
Ask a Fat is brought to you by our buddy Charlie the Bacon Guy. Before we get to the bacon report, I want to remind you, if you want to leave a voicemail, 708-858-3314, 708-858-3314. Our email address is imfatpod@gmail.com. Now, here's Charlie with this week's Bacon Report.
Thanks, Jay. This week we have maple pepper, rosemary pepper garlic, and barbecue bacon. Korean barbecue has been sold out. Thanks for all that ordered it and enjoyed it. For bacon jams, we have the original, the bourbon, and the peach habanero. It'll get you. Don't forget about our merchandise, and keep your eye out for new merchandise coming as soon as possible. Don't forget about next month's special flavors, which will be chorizo and raspberry chipotle. Get those pre-orders in now. Only make it a little bit, as usual. For the Bacon Report, I'm Charlie the Bacon Guy.
Charlie, this is my official order of the peach habanero. Consider it placed and send me an invoice, please. Thank you.
Copy paste. except chorizo.
Okay. Oh, the chorizo's so good, though.
Yeah, dude.
I forgot how good that is.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Chorizo is, I feel like in terms of food things I enjoy more than most, chorizo.
All right. There you go. There you have it. Charlie, consider the orders placed. You want to place your own order? That's easy. Charlie the Bacon Guy at gmail.com, at CZ the Bacon Guy on Twitter, or at Charlie the Bacon Guy on Instagram. Get into those DMs and set up an order with Charlie. He will take care of you from start to finish. It's so good. We've been talking about it for years. The I'm Fat podcast audience has ordered tons and tons and tons of bacon. And I know it's kept Charlie going in a time where he was briefly unemployed. He's back gainfully employed again, but still churning out that bacon. And can't thank you guys enough for supporting Charlie. And look, it's fantastic. We're not blowing smoke. It's wonderful, wonderful bacon. Just had some this weekend with my friends Jill and Ron. Slept over because they were doing the Homewood Farmers Market, the Artisan Street Fair. You know Jill.
Yes.
She sells succulents with her company Vintage Stems. So instead of driving back to the city between Friday and Saturday, they just crashed on our couch. And we had some Charlie the Bacon Guy bacon. There's Rick with his chili time hat that Jill had made for us in front of ahead of the Fall Fest chili tasting. So yeah, get yourself some bacon from Charlie. It's fantastic. You will not regret it. All right, we've got one voicemail today, and it's from a familiar voice.
Hey, Pats. It's Jason from Oshkosh. This weekend, the Oshkosh Farmers Market opens up. Easy for me to say. And usually that doesn't matter to most people. But every single time we go to the farmer's market, my wife will buy a $5 pumpkin bar. But it's not just any pumpkin bar. They're made by the Amish people who gallivant into town to come sell all of their baked goods and foods and breads and everything like that, straight from their farms, I suppose. So I wanted to know, first, if you guys have any Amish people food that comes into your area, and if so, what's your favorite? My favorite is when they make the lemon pies. Love lemon pies. We should have a lemon party. It'd be great. Also, on the Shack clothing, bring back G-Unit clothing. I've never had a G-Unit t-shirt that didn't fit wonderful for me. And now when I wear them around, they're so old that they're retro. Bring them back. Love the pod. Keep up the good work.
He lost me at Lemon Party. I don't know if everyone knows what Lemon Party is. People of a certain age know. Rick, do you know Lemon Party?
I don't.
Okay. I'll encourage you not to Google it.
Incognito tab?
Sure. Go nuts.
Is that a hint?
It is. Yes. It is I'm just not. There's people that know. I am. This is not one of those like, oh, don't Google this.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. I'm telling you, do not.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a real ones know situation.
It's just. It is okay. Nope. We're not gonna. Nope.
Okay.
Okay. I do not have Amish folks coming to Homewood, but I did look up these pumpkin bars.
Yeah.
Cream cheese, pumpkin, cinnamon, milk, and icing. Yes. That sounds fantastic. I'm trying to think, like, have I been anywhere? Like, they will come to the farmer's market sometimes with, like cheeses and, you know what I mean? Like, that sort of stuff, but they don't have any...
Jams?
Yes. Yeah, like stuff that you would make on a farm. Right, preserves, things like that. But I've not... Maybe I just haven't noticed. But I'll keep an eye. Next time I see the Amish folks at the farmer's market, if they have those pumpkin bars, I will try them. That sounds awesome.
Have you ever gotten the Teddy Jam?
I don't know if this is a joke or an actual product.
It's a joke.
Okay, but a Teddy Jam does sound
Teddy's
good.
Jam. Or Teddy Graham. Teddy Graham's very good. Teddy's Jam.
What is that?
Look it up. It's like early 90s. I think it's early 90s.
Teddy's Jam?
Yeah, Teddy Riley. There was a NBA. So they used to do these like before like big time music videos all the time were mixed in with sports highlights.
Oh, right.
There was the NBA Superstars videos.
Is the artist Guy?
Yeah.
What a terrible name for a band.
So there was NBA Superstars 2, and the song for Clyde Drexler was Teddy's Jam.
Okay. I believe you.
That was how I was introduced to it. Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm glad we learned that today.
There's our obscure reference of the day, because Lord knows if I'm known for anything, it's references that only I'll get, but I will be amused by.
I love that you're doing a show for you and no one else, and that's wonderful. All right, we got to get to our Ask a Fat, so let's do that, and I will kill time while I find the proper cut. There we go.
Ask a Fat about this and that. It's time to chat with the Fats.
I love when my printer in my office... Oh, someone's printing something. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Always great when I'm audio recording a podcast for people in my home to be printing things in a printer that's 3 feet from my mic.
It's like the Ranji doing his update and a Barbacoa tries to distract him by printing things and then calling into the studio.
That's different.
That's very different, but still
Lord.
hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's funny. It's good stuff. Ask a Fat's brought to you by our friends at Frato's Culinary Kitchen, 628 South Roselle Road in Schaumburg, FratosPizza.com, FratosBakery.com, at Fratos Pizza on Instagram. It's the I'm Fat Burger, the I'm Fat Pizza, the I'm Fat Grilled Cheese. Everything there with the I'm Fat tag on it is awesome. You know why? Because everything at Fratos is awesome. Top to bottom. If you go there, you're going to love what you get. From the I'm Fat items to the giant mozzarella sticks to the Cajun bites to the pizza to the burgers to whatever you have a taste for. If it's junk food or health food, Fratos has health food too. They're your people. Do it. And very, very soon, I'll get to share the really big news that's coming from Fratos that I can't share right now, but it's really exciting. And you, the I'm Fat podcast listeners, should be very, very excited about what's next for Fratos. I cannot wait to tell you all about it. Maybe we'll throw Mike from Fratos on to talk about it himself. That might be the best way to do it when he's ready. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, go support their place in Schaumburg. You will not regret it. It is an I'm Fat podcast guarantee that you will leave Fratos full and very, very happy.
There's a strong likelihood that at some point in the next week, I will be going to Fratos with someone from out of town that is just in for a few days. But they're like, hey, I'm going to be in town, going to have an afternoon free. So if after work you got some time, so I'm like, okay, Frato's, pending on other variables that are going into this, but there is a strong likelihood we end up at Frato's. So that, got to experience the I'm Fat podcast burger.
Yes, you absolutely do. Yes. Schaumburg, very close to O'Hare, by the way, if you're flying in to that. Speaking of O'Hare, we've got a question from Sam from Chicago. He says, hey, guys, I'm writing you from O'Hare Airport. What is your guys' usual food or drink plan at the airport? I'm always so nervous to eat any of the food. I was going to get food from a Chinese restaurant called Big Bowl, but I thought that could be a big mistake. I need a few tips from fellow fats. For me, Sam, what I do in an airport is I go with something I know I like and something I know will sit decently with me. That's not going to kill my stomach. I almost always end up just getting McDonald's. I don't know. It is universal, right? Like McDonald's in Chicago is the same as McDonald's in Florida, is the same as McDonald's in Wyoming. Yep. So I know it's not going to kill my stomach. I know it's relatively inexpensive. Also, like if there's places in the airport that are like branded of established Chicago restaurants, like I know there's like a Miller's Pub is in there, I think.
Yeah.
Like places like that are pretty trustworthy as well. But like, I don't know. I think a big airport like O'Hare, pretty much anything you're going to eat there is going to be fine.
Yeah.
Now, if I was like flying into Chattanooga or something, I might be a little more selective.
Sure.
But a big city, major metropolitan airport like O'Hare, Midway, LaGuardia, whatever, you're probably going to be okay with wherever you go.
Yeah, I try to eat right before I go so that at most I'm just grabbing a snack when I'm in there. I'll pay my, $10 and my firstborn child for a bag of Skittles.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'll probably end up doing more often than not. Then also, if I eat within the hour before I leave, there's a chance that the second act will also happen before I leave.
You don't want that
That's
on a plane.
the goal. No.
Yeah.
No. Have you ever?
No. I flew to Ireland. I'm trying to think. I don't think so. Because when I travel, my stomach gets real, like, messed up. Like, if I'm on a trip, I don't want to get too graphic, but, like, that doesn't really happen.
Okay.
And I come home and it's like, all hell breaks loose. But, like, I don't know what it is. Like, I'm just not in my element or whatever. So, obviously if I'm there for, like, a week.
Sure.
But if I'm gone a day or two, usually I don't know. It's weird.
That's
a
lot.
It's probably not great.
I understand on the plane, not.
Yeah.
Like, because I never have on the plane. But, like, once I get somewhere, it's happening.
It's like your number one plan.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, hey, where's the can?
Yes.
Hey, thanks for letting me stay for a few days. I'm going to go poop.
Yeah, let me destroy your bathroom. Anyway, yeah, so, I would just stick with what you know. If you're unsure, look to see if it's crowded. If it's crowded, that's usually a good sign.
Yes.
Because there's people that fly all the time, and they'll frequent those places. Look at other people's plates.
Yes.
That's like my new thing as I walk by a restaurant, I'm like,
You're officially that guy?
that looks delightful. Always take a fry off your plate. Yeah, I know. I am officially that guy. There's no doubt about that. All right, we got two more.
Okay.
We got one that was sent to us from Dan Bernstein. It's only a photo.
Great.
It is a bag of chips.
Uh-huh.
The brand is Flock, Flock.
Yes.
And it's Hattie B's branded. Hattie B's is one of the Nashville hot chicken places in Nashville. It is a chicken skin chip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I would. Yeah, at a bare minimum, I'm giving that a try. And I think there's a good likelihood that I love it.
I will definitely try it. I need to find these. I'm a big fan.
Well, that's the other problem.
I love hot chicken.
Yes.
And look, all the like people in Nashville are like, Hattie B's isn't good. Yes, it is. Yes, it is good. I'm sorry. I've had all the hot chicken places in Nashville, and Hattie B's is right up there. It's one of the better ones. I think they just don't like it because it's not traditional.
Sure.
And it's like where the tourists go. It's like coming to Chicago and people are like, Giordano's isn't good. Yes, it is. It is good. It's not the best, but it's very good. Same with Hattie B. So if I can find these, I will try these. That is for damn. Let's see if I can order some on Amazon.
Yeah.
I see.
Or maybe tomorrow when I see Dan, I'll actually like speak to him before the show and
chicken
be like,
chips.
"Where'd you get those, jerk?"
I'm looking.
And I'll definitely make sure to call him a jerk.
I'm not paying $33 for a freaking 50 pack. I want one bag. They got to be somewhere. We'll find these.
Well, yeah.
Our buddy Lance Levine is really good at finding stuff like this.
Sure.
Maybe he can help us out.
Yeah.
That would be helpful.
Yeah, point us in the right direction. All right, we got one more here. This one from Kyle. Said, "Hi, this is becoming my new favorite candy bar. It is a Milka Oreo chocolate bar from Germany. I find them at Pete's Market for under $2. It's the only item there under $2. That's my editorialization. They're delicious and a great value. I grab one anytime I'm at Pete's and eat it on the way home so I don't have to share with the family.
Good move.
Great move. Smart. And then in one of the bags, especially if, someone was bagging properly and, you have maybe one you could consolidate. So that way then you have an extra bag, just kind of sit around, then you throw it in there and, you have an extra bag for in your car when you have more garbage come through.
Yep.
That seems to be the way to do it.
These look fantastic. I'm looking at these online and they look great. And then there's an Oreo white, the white chocolate Oreo version of this.
Oh, I think I have seen these at
yeah, they're in a purple a purple package. I'll have to buy some. All right, I'm glad because I've looked at them. And I'm like, I don't know, foreign candy.
Even though we literally did an entire video on eating foreign candy,
right? But I haven't really sought any of it out since.
True.
So we still have some of those. The wagon wheel, is that what they were called? Like the big marshmallow raspberry things.
Yes,
they're really good. But this week I bought a family pack of fudge stripes. So I left them there in my trunk for a while.
When those things are on sale, they're cheap. Yeah. They're tough to beat.
The Keebler family of cookies, especially EL fudge and fudge stripes, are just fantastic. They're just fantastic. They're very hard to beat. I love them. I'll have them all the time. So we always have either that or Oreos at all times in our house. It's like kind of our little snack and grab. But I left the fudge stripes in the car for too long, so the chocolate melted and then it re-solidified, so they're all stuck together. I'm like, that's one cookie.
Yep. You know what's randomly found its way into Walgreens lately that I hadn't had for a minute?
I love you digging through your snack drawer. Famous Amos chocolate chip cookies.
Yes.
A little bit of a rebrand from Famous Amos. Looks a little more modern.
Yes, it does. It's definitely more modern. The only downside is something that's kind of similar or also on brand for them. It can get a little crumbly in that bag.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the price of doing business.
All right, what else is in your snack drawer? Come
on. Not much at the moment. Let's see. In terms of things that aren't empty.
Okay.
I had, because I wanted to do these, the Jewel brand milk chocolate biscuits.
Okay.
It's basically like graham cracker with quality milk chocolate on
with
it.
Some sort of like good Victorian photo on there, right?
Yeah.
Things your mom gets for Christmas every year.
Yes. There's a couple leftover bags of the...
I love this.
Albanese, like mini...
Okay.
Gummy bears. I think that's actually it at the moment.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, I have other junk in there, but it's not like food-related stuff. It's like I keep ibuprofen there. And,
every week, not every week. I'm just gonna surprise you randomly and be like, Rick, show us your snack drawer.
Yeah, what's in the snack drawer?
What's in the drawer?
Yeah, if it helps, I also in the freezer have the those like little like ice cream Twix bars.
Oh yeah,
dude, they're great. It's the little crunches with ice cream, quality chocolate, and caramel.
Yep,
that's all you need.
Perfect. What more do you need in life?
Right.
I'm gonna go get some right now.
Okay.
All right. Can you end the show then?
I guess.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah. Follow us on all of our social medias at I'm Fat Pod. I'mFatPod@gmail.com. That's one of our most awkward interactions ever. And that's a statement. Follow us on, no, I already said that. Patreon. Jesus. Can you tell we're doing this at night? And I'm like my energy's just like going.
I'm so full of pizza and cookie.
Lucky. Yeah, I'm not. What did we do for dinner at my mom's? Oh, she marinated some chicken, which was really good, and we had Mexican street corn and some biscuits.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Oh, it was really good.
That's a good meal.
But it wasn't like the most filling thing in the world.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Patreon.
Yep.
TeePublic.
Yep.
Get your Fat Guy Summer shirt because it's time. Yeah. I recommend it in like that aqua turquoisey
looks good
type thing. Yes. And then subscribe, youtube.com/I'mFatPodcast.
Yep.
Subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, and resubscribe to the regular old podcast so we can juke the numbers and work our way up in the rankings by hook or by crook. We don't care. And leave us the old 5-star review because that helps us out a ton, along with checking out our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Chorizo Bacon.
Peach habanero bacon.
That's all you need to know. Mazda of Orland Park, where Jay buried the lead. They give him a car.
Oh, yeah, they sent me cookies.
And they send him cookies.
I did forget about that. I did a TikTok about it. Go check it out on at I'm Fat Pod on TikTok.
Yes. And Frato's Culinary Kitchen. So for Jay, I'm Rick. This is the I'm Fat Podcast.
All right, I think we got a lot accomplished here today.